Hey guys, what's up everybody? Welcome or welcome back again to another video from the Apex Predator Billiards Club. My name is ELGENIO, your post-match commentator, and I'm also the player that you're seeing there in the grey top. Alright, I'm playing a matchup, a race to 7 10 ball with my compatriot and training partner, Mr. SWABY. He's a B+ player, and this is a practice session that we have orchestrated. We have decided that we're just going to be playing a race to 10. Combination on the 10 is allowed. All falls, 3-4 rule is fully in effect. Standard ball in hand rules. 10 ball game is a game that is played. We all know the rules already. Alright, so no rules have been omitted. Flukes are, if a fluke is played, then the opponent has the option to come to the table and accept the table as it is, or return the table to the opponent. All right. So even though this is a practice match, guys, we both take it very seriously. There's a lot to learn from watching this video, and there's also a lot for you to learn to add to your game. So I hope this is going to be beneficial to you. If this is your first time here on the channel, please be sure to like the video before watching. Of course, subscribe to the channel to be aware of more content that will be coming out, and also be sure to share the content out onto your pool pages and stuff like that. All right, this channel is to feature different players across the island that will be doing a matchup against me, or if requested by 2 players, you can see the lovely talent that we have here in Jamaica. Most of the time you're going to be hearing my voice over doing the commentary. So let us get into this matchup here. The lag has just taken place, and Mr. SWABY is successful in winning the lag. Alright, the lag is very important at all levels, depending on how you see the game. And a lag could be a determining factor in a heel match. Who has the break has the advantage. So without further ado, let's jump into the match and see what Mr. SWABY's 10 ball break is like. Alright, so he's breaking, I believe he's using the rail, is he? Yeah, no, he's using an open bridge and breaking from near inside the box. Alright, 1 ball is on the spot. He lost control of the white ball there, and of course he didn't hit the 1 ball as full as he'd like. You can see that he's trying to maintain some sort of control on the break while trying to get a reasonable spread. All right, but none of the above was successful. All right, so he's off, not to the best start, but that's what it is. Now ELGENIO has approached the table, and now he has to determine the position that he needs to fall onto the 2. The 2 is near to the 10 and the 9, the yellow ball near to the spot. So he needs to get into an area there that is going to make the shot pretty good for a shot on the 2. So it seems as if he's just going to play with the angles, just stun beneath the 8, right, and play into that area, that zone for where the 5 and the 8 is. So right there, coming off the rail, bouncing out nicely for a shot onto the 2. Lovely start to this rack. The angle from the 2, let me see here. The angle from the 2 to get to the 3 is pretty nice. So just to stroke this ball in, cutting this 2 in, bouncing off the side rail and coming out for the 3 ball. So steady start, lovely stroke, nicely done. Almost overrolled, but I'm still in line. The 4 ball is all the way down to the end rail there, nearest to the 6. And the angle that I have will only allow me to draw to the left side of the 4. Alright, just to draw to the left side of the 4. It would have been nice to draw to the right side of the 4 so I could go into the line of the 5. But I think based on the angle that I currently have, I'm going to have to negotiate for the plan that I would have liked to execute. I have to be careful here not to overdraw this cue ball. So the stun drawing coming down. I'm a little bit short on my position, but I'm still in prime spot here. Alright, I still have a shot onto the 4. You can see now I'm looking to see if the 5 passes the 7 into the top right pocket. The top right pocket is the pocket nearest to the breaking area. So I'm looking to see if the 5 passes, because I would love to go into the line of the 5 off 2 cushions. But I think that I have to, right now I'm looking at the putting angle. I'm looking that, okay, I need to get into that area right there. If I can get into that area right there where I've just pointed, that would be ideal. So the only way to get into that area with this finish cut, I'm gonna have to use a bit of low right, and I have to go off 2, maybe 3 cushions. 1, 2, coming around nicely, making the shot on the 4, getting into that area, that zone. That's very good position on to the 5. All right, so nice rail position here. So now that I'm into that area there and I've gotten proper position onto the 5, now I'm just going to be walking around. So I've gotten proper position on the 5 here, so just settling down, just rolling forward. I don't think I can get down to the 6, so I think I'm gonna have to settle with a long thin cut on the 6. Sometimes whenever you try to force the objective ball into the pocket by using additional side spin, sometimes you do not compensate very well and end up missing the shot. So sometimes it's always easier to simply take a long tough thin cut rather than trying to get too close to your work. Alright, so it's a tough shot. As I said to you guys, it's a very tight pocket table. It touches the rail, it will miss. It has to go cleanly or near clean into the pocket. Alright, so let's see how Apex ELGENIO does here. I have to go up and down, so I think I'm gonna have to play this a bit hard. Thinness, very close, and that is all because the shot was played a bit too tough. Well, the shot was a bit too tough to play position onto the 7. Based on where the cue ball is, considering that it had been made into the pocket, I don't think I would have gotten a really nice shot on the 7 to get position on the 8. So I had some missed shot, first unforced error in the match. But let's see how SD approaches the table and tries to finish this rock here. Alright, so let's go. So SC will need to get very close to the 7. Here plays with a bit of top left, plays a bit too hard, made contact with the 8 ball. That's not good at all. Cannot be bumping into balls, so his first positional error there. Alright, but he has an opportunity to play some sort of safety. I don't think that there's a makeable shot anywhere, so let's see what he decides to do. Alright, so he decides to play a combination. Okay, so he's playing a 7-8 combo. Wow, just a little overcutting that ball there slightly. That should have been made though. Alright, that should have been made, but nevertheless, that was a good attempt. Alright, so he's a little disappointed, but it's early in the matchup, so there is always time for him to recover, provided that Apex ELGENIO does not take advantage of the rocks. Alright, so here I just need to stun across for the 8 into the into what I call the top left pocket. So just stunning across there with a little bit of draw. Nice, nicely done. Have a nice little angle to cut that 8 in and come out for the 9. So nice angle, should be able to finish this rock. There's nothing much here to solve. So just going around now to just kind of double check where I need to be. That's where I'd like to be. I'd like to be in that area there, so I could either stun, I could draw out, or stun to the right to get the 10 in the pocket that I'm shooting the 8 in now. Alright, so let's see here. Nice steady stroke coming out nicely. So I've overrolled a little bit. I've overrolled the position that I intended on playing, but I'm still okay because now I can just make this 9 ball in and go upped the rail and come back down to around a little below the position of where the 9 is at the moment. So should not be a tough positional shot here. Nicely in, coming right out for the 10, and good positional shot here just to wrap up the first rack. All right, so I think that this is a fairly good rack, except for maybe 1 or 2 positional errors and missed shots, but nevertheless that was a good rack there. All right, good rack for Apex ELGENIO. Good start to the match. Let us see how the remaining match progresses. All right, so for those who are watching this match for the first time, or you don't know what the game of 10 ball entails, it's a rotational game that we play where we pocket the balls in numerical order. The 1 being the yellow, the blue being the 2, the red being the 3, the purple ball being the 4, the orange ball is the 5, the green 6, the burgundy 7, the black 8, the yellow 9, yellow stripe 9, and the blue stripe 10 ball. Those are the so if you're not able to see the numbers on the ball, then I will do my very best to guide you as it relates to which balls the players are shooting at. Again, the video quality is not the best, but I am doing my very best here to give you the best quality I possibly can. Alright, but I do hope that you're taking this video as an opportunity for you to learn something from me or learn something from Mr. Sinclair SWABY. Alright, everything benefits everybody. Even if it's just a little bit of knowledge, it helps your game. Alright, so hopefully you will be able to see some nice safety plays, some banking, some jumping, some kicking, a little bit of everything should be available in this match. Alright, so as the players are taking a little break after the first rack, let's just also take a break from the commentary box. Okay, all right. All right, so players are back. All right, so I'm here. So let's see what Apex ELGENIO's 10 ball break off is like. Let's see if you will get control of the white and get a nice spread. Alright, so he played a draw shot full into the 1. Nice little spread. No balls pocketed on the break. But nice spread. It's not that much of a cluster like the last time. Alright, so 1 ball is out in the open. 2 is on near to the left side rail. So the position from the 2, from the position from the 1 to the 2 is not difficult. Neither is the position from the 3. He will need to do some planning in order to get onto the 4. But let us see his thought process here. I'm assuming that maybe depending on the angle that he has, maybe he needs to draw back. I don't know. Right, you can see him aiming low on the ball, so evidently he's going to need to draw the cue ball back for position on the 2 to play it down into the bottom left. Alright, so by playing draw, I don't think he was settled on that shot because he missed a fairly elementary shot and position. So I'm not sure if he had too much angle and he was trying to go up rail and back out. He looks a little bit flabbergasted as it relates to what just happened, but let's see here. I think I'm not sure if it's a full ball snooker. Evidently I'm going down to shoot the 1, so it doesn't look like it's a full ball snooker. Well, apparently it is because I've gone for the short stick. So I think the whole aim here is to just try to make contact with the 1. Evidently I'm going to be calling the 1 down into the bottom left. So just in case it goes in, the 2 ball and the 3 ball is out in the open. So let's see if I can execute this very technical shot here. So aiming down on the cue ball there. Trying not to make sure that this ball doesn't jump off the table. And it did. That was too much power, no control. I think I have a bit too much space between where I'm aiming. I think I was focusing more on popping the cue ball high up into the air, giving the cue ball some airborne, but I didn't control how much speed was applied to the jump. So that basically caused the shot to have too much power and coming out the table. Alright, so setting up for the one, drawing out. I don't think that he was intended to play that shot in the side. I don't think so. He got a shot in the side, but I don't think that was intent. I think the intent was to draw off the rail and settle for the 2 down into the bottom left. I think that's what he was trying to do based on the speed. But I think he overdrew the shot, and then evidently he got this position here. So he just needs to maybe go 2 rails around the 3 and come out 2, maybe 3 rails around the 3. 1, 2, coming around. He got a fairly well, he has given me ball in hand here. So it seems as if he made contact, a part of his body or his stick made contact with the 4 ball, I think. So he gave me ball in hand there, and he also missed the 2 balls. So 2 very unforced error, 1 positional error and 2 missed shot in 1 game. Not the best start for St. Clair SWABY, but let us see how he progresses through the match to see if he will get an opportunity to recover. Alright, so from the 2 to the 3, I'm looking at the angle that I need on the 3 to come around for the 4. The 4 seems to be able to go into the top left. That's the pocket nearest to where I'm standing, right over there. So if I can roll the 2 into the side and leave an angle that will naturally bring me 2 rails in towards the 4, I should be okay. Alright, so that's a nice little angle there. Is it enough? Is it not enough? Is it enough? Evidently, based on my body language, it seems to be enough. So I think I'm going to just go 2 rails, maybe 1 rail, come in for the 4. If the angle is 2, 1, so I'm just going to take that 1 rail and come right out nicely for the 4. Alright, because the angle was not enough for me to go 2 rails, and I would have to apply spin, which would make the shot a bit more complicated. Hence the decision to play 1 rail. 2 rail would have been more ideal, because coming off the 2nd rail with a speed will be bringing me into the line of the 4. So I would have had a larger margin for error in case I underroll or overroll. But nevertheless, I am still on the 4 here. Not sure if the 5 can pass the 7, or do I need to break apart the 5 with the 7? I actually was trying to break apart the 5 and the 7 because the 5 had no pocket, but with me forcing the shot there, I actually missed the 4 and accidentally snookered my opponent. Right, this is a locked up safety here. And remember that the rules that we're playing for 10 ball in this match is also, yes, if you sink a ball in an unintended pocket and you automatically save the opponent has the option to come back to the table and shoot, or give you back the position of the table. We're also using that rule. Alright, but ST here is locked up, so he is going to need to, he's looking at making some sort of 2 rail contact on the 4. Alright, so he's measuring up the angles to see what part of the cushion he needs to aim and how much spin he needs to use in order to make contact. I think that the best that he can hope for here is just to make contact with the 4 and not necessarily trying to make the 4. But I believe he called the 4. I'm not sure if he did. 1, 2 rails coming around. Nice, beautiful contact on the 4. Lovely contact. Lovely contact. There I was telling him that was a fine contact on the 4. Because that's all that he could really do after such a fortuitous safety by Apex ELGENIO after missing the 4. I mean, being in that position and then making contact with the 4 is a mighty fine result. Alright, so leaves Apex ELGENIO here to decide to do a run out. I don't have much angle on the 4, so I'm going to have to settle again with another long tough 5. Another long tough shot. So far I haven't made any long tough shots yet, but that's all that I could do with the cue ball based on where I was. It was a bit straight. The pockets are tight, so I have to somewhat baby the shots in at times. I can't put too much or too little on the shot. But so this is a fairly makeable 5 ball here. This is a shot that I do in practice quite a bit. So just trying to get settled, getting a proper bridge here, just fixing my gloves there and just trying to get settled to make this 5 into the top right pocket. Let's see here. Nice shot, beautiful. Wanted to just come in between the 10 and the 7 there for position on the 7, or for position on the 6 actually, but I made contact with the 10, so a little disappointed there because now I am snookered. So now I have to think about what do I need to do. Now I have to kick. So all my runs are being impeded simply by bad positional play or wrong speed or playing wrong angles or having tough shots. It's all a part of the game. Playing on a big table like this with tight pockets is tough at the amateur level. And of course, this is not a professional match. This is just a practice match to prepare for an event that we are both going to be entering in. Alright? So we are all here to learn from our mistakes, and of course feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below based on the patterns that you thought or the positional routes that I took. Leave a comment in the comment section if you think I should have done otherwise. Alright, so now I have to go 2 rails now. I'm thinking about going 2 rails, but now I'm not comfortable with that route because kicking the 6 like that does not give me much of a safety option. So I think that going down the rail and coming out, because what I would like to do here is that I'd like to kick the 6. I'd like to make contact with the 6, but at the same time I would love to leave the 6 in an unmakeable position. So I think I'm just going for this simply because I feel a lot more comfortable coming off 2 rails. But too much spin there after 2 rails coming down made me give up a ball in hand here. Alright, so a lot of errors in this game so far. It's quite a lengthy game. Alright, a lot of error. It's just 1-0. First rock was pretty good, only 1 unforced error by each player. But this second rock here is taking some doing. Alright, and like I said guys, it's a tough game to play. At the amateur level, this is not easy. Alright, it requires a lot of knowledge, a lot of skills, and like I said, this is all a learning process for all of us. So if you're watching and you think that you are, or you could have done a little bit better, you're most likely I most likely will welcome you to a challenge to see how you challenge this table that we are playing on. This is a tough table to play on. Alright, but let's see here. ST made the 6, looking to cut the 7 straight down. It's not the looking to play 7 in the side. Nice shot. That's a very acute angle there. Not sure if he misplayed position or that was the intent, but he has made the 7 in the side. Now he has a nice shot on the 8 here, but he's slightly overruled, so he has a choice to either cut it to the top left or top right. He selected the top right, so I guess he's just going to just apply a little bit of draw by back cutting. I'm not sure, is he cutting the ball to the right or to the left? Let's see. Seems to be going to the left. Oh, he's actually going to the right. Okay, so he used a bit of low right spin, back cutting the ball to the right there. Alright, so pretty much missing. It's not an elementary shot, it's a tough shot, but he has missed that shot there, leaving the 8 ball in the open. Alright, missed that ball. Another error by ST, leaving Apex Selenia here. Raising my head up in the shot there, that is not good at all. You can see me rising my head up during the stroke. That's a fundamental error that you as an individual need to be aware of. Never make that mistake. I immediately knew once I missed the shot what I did wrong. And you can see how I look dejected in the chair right there. So definitely not a mistake that you want to make with a B+ player. Alright, most if not all players will punish you for an error of that magnitude. So ST getting a very, very unforeseen opportunity and taking advantage to level the score at 1 apiece. Alright, so good rock. Lots of knowledge, lots of missed shots, lots of mistakes, but it's all a part of the growth process. And Apex ELGENIO is in the business of highlighting himself. I'm in the business of highlighting myself, and at the same time, the players who challenge me or I challenge, they're going to be exposed on my channel. Players out there will get a chance to see their talent and experience a different type of game being played in Jamaica. Alright, we are all looking for that opportunity to be exposed, so hopefully somebody out there sees this video and is able to share it with somebody who may be able to uplift the young players here in Jamaica who is seeking an opportunity. We do have a lot of talent here, so hopefully this is one of the matches that will help us to get ourselves out there. Alright, so let's see ST's break off. The first one was not so good. Second one, it had a bit more control. Alright, you can see he's trying to control the cue ball and he's trying to get spread, so he has created a nasty little cluster there at near to the top left with the 4, the 7 and the 8. 6 and 5 and 1 is in the open. The 10 is near to the pocket. Remember that we are playing combination on the 10. Alright, so that is also a chance to win the game. There you can see I'm looking at either a back cut combination or I'm looking at a billiard onto the 10. Alright, the white ball, the cue ball, somebody told me on my channel not to refer to the white ball as being white ball, but refer to it as being the cue ball. Occasionally I might use different names for it, the rock, you know, interchangeably, but you get what I mean. So the cue ball is near to the 3, and is that the 8? Yes, that's the 8. So it seems as if I'm looking for some sort of, I'm not sure if I'm going for the 110. I'm not sure. Actually I was. Wow, that was a good attempt. Now with 10 ball, if I was playing 9 ball, I would have still been at the table, but I actually called the 10. So by calling the 10, I've removed the opportunity for me to pocket the 1, and so I've lost my chance at the table. ST now is down to play the 2. Alright, down to play the 2. Seems as if he's cutting this in the side. Is he? Or he's actually playing it straight down. Okay, so the 9 was also there, so he basically missed that shot again. He's missing quite a few shots. Usually he doesn't miss that much shots, especially when they're elementary. But like I said, there's not a lot of pressure in this match because it's a practice session. But I'll have to tell you that we both take practice very seriously, and regardless of who is a stronger player or not, we both respect the game and we respect each other. So there isn't anything different about this as a regular match. This is a beautiful safety play. This is an absolutely beautiful safety play. 3 rail, pushing the cue ball with top spin, bring it down to the bottom rail and banking the 2. 3 rails coming out. Now that is an intelligent safety. Simply not because I played it, but this is a shot that a lot of players, amateur players, do not know. Once they see a shot, they go after it, and sometimes the safety is has a higher percentage than actually pocketing the ball. Sometimes you have to judge your gameplay based on your run out percentages. How well can you run out a game if you're to create an opportunity? And I thought that playing that safety there, 3 rails, is good. So that's a full ball snooker. Alright, very good safety, very, very good safety. Not sure if the viewers saw the intent, but I have to tell you that was the actual intent of that safety. So that's a full ball snooker. Alright, good shot. Let's see what ST has come up with here to see if he can come up with a kick save of some sort. He seems to be measuring up the angles. It looks to be coming off one rail. Looks like he's going to be using a... Okay, so he's coming off one rail. He's going into the side rail and coming into the 2. So let's see if his kicking skills is up to par to make contact with this 2. Alright, so he played that ball a bit too hard, compressing the cushion, so the ball came up a bit short. Alright, so he gave up a ball in hand there. Alright, so Apex ELGENIO has an opportunity here, looking to play. Remember that we're playing the 3-4 rule, so I believe I'm looking to structure some sort of safety again. I'm looking to see if I could hide the white ball behind that cluster. So I'm thinking about driving the cue ball in behind the 7. Or I think I'm pretty much right. I'm looking to bring the cue balls. I'm trying to thin the 2 and bring the cue ball right behind the 7. That little cluster there. That would have, if I execute this well, this is going to be a very, very fine safety. So just thinning the 2 ball here. A lot of amateur players don't understand that sometimes running the rack or trying to run an unrunnable rack doesn't make sense. And you can see it's not the best safety because I didn't get in behind the cluster. So I still leave ST with a fairly good kick shot. Alright, the 10 is blocking him partially, but I think that he should be able to kick this with a little bit of spin. A lot of players don't realize that if assessing the table, good kick shot, almost scratched. A lot of players don't realize that yes, we have the 2 and the 3 in the open, but the 4 is tied up. So if you pocket the 2 and the 3 and you don't have position on the 4, it doesn't make any sense. You have to actually think about constructing a safety that will create an opportunity for the player to kick at the objective ball, forcing him to make for him to make an error. So a lot of players don't understand why is it that you're playing safety when the ball is there for you to be pocketed. Remember that you have to think about your run out percentages, opportunity of run out. Doesn't make any sense you pocket 1 ball or 2 balls and then you have to go and play safety. If you can play a safety, an attacking safety that will break apart the 4, 7, 8 cluster and at the same time still hide your opponent, leaving him with a kick, you increase your chances of running out. Alright, so you have to work with the percentages. What's better, playing the safety or attacking by pocketing balls? You have to decide. Alright, so that was a long tough shot on the 2, missing the shot. I'm not sure if I was trying to beat the shot or was I trying to play a safety, considering that the 3 is down, all the way down. The way how I missed the 2, I don't think that I was actually trying to play a shot. I was trying to get the 2 in behind the 7 and the 4. Alright, but it didn't work out. So ST now is aiming up for another kick. He has to be careful here. So he has kicked the ball. Not too bad, a very good outcome. Alright, not sure if I can see an edge of that 2 ball there, or is the 2 ball fully blocked by the 6, but if that's the case, that's a very good outcome for ST, Mr. St. Clair SWABY. But let's see here, based on my body language, it seems as if I should be able to see the 2. So it seems as if I'm going to be calling the 2. I can see a part of it. I'm not sure if I can see enough to make it all the way down. So this is a very ambitious attacking shot. This could warrant a sellout if I do not make the shot. And it's very important that regardless of the level of player that you're playing, you do not leave any player with an open opportunity. Alright, I guess I was not able to see as much of the 2 as possible. So that warrants me making contact with the 6 before the 2. That is why Mr. St. Clair SWABY took up the cue ball, because I committed a accidental foul. Alright, so He's on the 2. The 3 is in the near vicinity. It's a little stop shot here. Very good. Nicely. He's on the 3. The 4 is near to the 7. So a little stun draw should do the magic. He needs to look at the angle on the 4. That will help him to get back onto the 5. So I think, did he look at the 5? He was trying to just do a very small stun draw. But I don't think that he looked. I think he looked at the 4 too fast. I didn't think that he measured up the angle that he needed. You can see me now looking at the fact that I need to get somewhere in that area for the 5. So I need to get into that area there for the 4. So I think I'm just gonna go off. Is this 1 rail, maybe 2 rail, using some outside. I think I'm gonna be using some left spin. Right, just coming off 1 rail, landing in that area that I had selected. But it's not easy. It's not easy. The table is playing moderately slow, moderately fast, not too fast, not too slow. But I think I wanted to come a bit higher on the 4. Now I'm left with an angle that is leading me into the 8. So that's not going to warrant me any good position to get onto the 5. So this is where sometimes at this point, even though you can make the 4, you may need to think somewhat of a safety play here. But I think I should be able to make the 4, and for some reason I should be able to collide into those balls. This is not advisable to collide into obstructing balls, because it can bring you into positions that you don't. I'm thinking here, do I cut the 4 and caram into the 8, or cannon into the 8? What do I do here? Do I go on an attack and hope to get a bit of luck, a good roll, good fortune? Let's see here. 4 pocket, 4 missed. 10 goes into the pocket. I didn't call the 10, so the 10 has to be re-spotted. Alright, so I missed the 4. Had I made the 4, I wouldn't have gotten such a bad shot on the 5, but that's still makeable. But that's what I'm telling you guys, that sometimes just going for, I think that a safety would have been a better option there. Going for that 4 was too much of a risk, even if I had made it. Alright, but nevertheless, there again, SD is making another fundamental error. He got a shot on the 4 cleanly to play position on the 5, but he basically missed the shot. Alright, he got fortuitous though. I love that word, guys. If you hear me using it in a lot of my commentaries, because I like it. I'm gonna have to find another word though, because it's gonna annoy you guys. But he didn't leave me with a shot onto the 4, so I guess that I can either go for an aggressive bank, or I can play a safety. Alright, so I'm going for a bank in the side. Good attempt, good attempt. Just trying to hold for a long position on the 5. So that was an attacking bank. Came a bit short. SD does not have the right angle to get back onto the 5. The shot is makeable. Tough, but makeable. But the position is even a lot tougher. Well, let's see what he does here. So he's down quickly, firing the ball in. Alright. That's a quick fire shot. Alright. He has left me tough again. Alright, so I'm looking here. What am I looking at? I'm looking at the angle. Am I? Okay, so I think I'm trying to get the cue ball in behind the 6. And I'm trying to bank the 4 all the way back up to the end rail here from where I'm shooting from. So banking the 4, coming up, trying to bring the 2 ball behind the 6. Fell a bit short. Didn't have enough spin, or did not have any spin on that shot. But the intent is good, guys. You see, at this level, we don't know a lot about pool, but little that we know takes some doing, some execution. Alright, so SC seems to be attacking again, quickly down onto the ball, not wasting much of, he's not wasting a lot of time. That was a horrible miss. Again, he has fallen into a position that is unfortunate for me, but fortunate for him, because I think he missed that shot completely. He missed that near around the second diamond or this 2.5 diamond. So that's really, really bad. Alright, so I think I'm doing a little bit of kick shot here to kick the 4 in. Or am I cutting this thin? Cutting this ball thin. Good attempt to play position onto the 5. Good attempts. So some good attempts are being made. Alright, we're missing the shots, but there is knowledge to learn from this. Not sure if ST is able to see the potting angle, but he seems to be playing. Is it that he's trying to play some sort of safety, or can he see the cutting angle? Alright, so he actually could see the cutting angle, but he played that ball a bit too thick. So he has left the 4 out into the open. Let's see how Apex ELGENIO handles this now. The 5, I think he's gonna have to avoid the 7 by using some top right spin, coming around nicely. Good shot. He has a shot on the 5. Natural angle should take him 1, 2, maybe 3 cushions. He's playing with left hand, so 1, 2, maybe 3 should take him to the 6. He needs to get long, so I can't use too much draw. Too much speed. That's too much speed. He has a right exit angle, but that's too much speed. I play with my unorthodox hand. I'm a right-handed player. I attempted that shot with left hand. Shot was executed, but the position, the speed, there was no control on that. Alright, I have a shot on the 6, a long tough back cut. The natural angle is taking me into an area that I should be able to see the 7. Okay, so I'm pretty much cutting to the bottom right pocket, the top right pocket here. The bottom is where I'm shooting from, the top is where I'm aiming to, based on the position that I'm at. So I should be able to make this 6. If I make this 6, I should come off one rail and head into the 7. Overcutting the 6 there. Not a very good outcome had the shot been made. Right, I had the right idea, but missing the shot. Alright, did I leave a shot for ST in the side? I should be able to see this. He should be able to see the 6 in the side. Still tough. Is he trying to stop the ball where it is, or can he? Okay, so he's playing with draw, so he's trying to stop the ball where it is. Nice shot. Good shot into the side by Sinclair SWABY. He has a high angle on the 7, so he has to either cut this softly or go up and down the rail. So I think based on how he's aiming, he's trying to roll this ball in and hold position for the 8. Very good shot. Alright. So he just needs to play this with a bit of... I think that he will need to perhaps play this. This is kind of awkward. He's left-handed. No, it's not awkward. He's left-handed. This is easier for him. So he needs to play with a bit of top left spin and caress this ball, finesse this ball in, so he could hold position for the 9. He played that a bit too hard, I believe, or he has played. There you can see he's a little bit frustrated with the fact that he's missing those elementary shots. Alright, those are shots that we ought to not miss. As not saying that we can't, I'm saying that we should be more consistent in terms of making them. Alright, but again, the shots that he's missing, he's leaving me into some positions that is not the most favorable for me. Alright, so I now have to be thinking about playing a safety. I think I'm trying to get this ball to go 1, 2 rails to come right there in behind the 9. Alright, it's an ambitious safety. So just thinning the 2, coming off 1, 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, coming behind the 9. So there we go. 1, I went a bit long. 2, coming around, trying to get behind the 9, leaning. But yeah, that was the intent. And I have to tell a lot of persons that whenever you're watching a match that you've played, always try to look at what you were trying to do, what error did you make. There you can see that where I aimed on the second rail, I went a bit longer. That kind of prevented me from getting into the zone for the 9. So the foreseen angle was not calculated properly to get in behind the 9, hence the position. Alright, so just keep watching yourself, guys, and keep learning from your mistakes so you can improve. What a fine shot. That's a hard, tough shot. Oh my god. Aggressive shot, but with no control. It's a good pocket, but unfortunately Mr. SWABY has made another unforced error. Alright, this error is going to cost him. So just rolling up the 9 nicely, following a couple of diamonds up for a straight-in shot on the 10 to take a 2-1 lead. Alright, that was a stressful rock. Quite a lot of missed shots. You can see that we're not playing very fast. Alright, but a win is a win, and we just have to learn from the win. Alright, so we're just going to take a little break right now as the players are racking up from the commentary box. Okay. Alright guys, so we're back and the score is now 2-1 in favor of Apex ELGENIO. And so let's see what this break off is like. Last time he broke, got a nice spread, no ball was pocketed. So let's see if he has that control again. Alright, lots of body movement in that break. Lost the cue ball a little bit, got kicked somewhere. Got a fairly okay spread, but it's not ideal. He has left the 1 on. Alright, lots of body movement in that break. Needed a bit more control in terms of the stroke, and needed a bit more control in terms of the power applied in the break shot. ST is on the 1. Let's see how he navigates. It's a dry break. So where is the 2? Let's see here. He's blocking our vision a little bit here, guys. So let's just bear with him. So he's going after the 1, evidently. A little bit of sideways movement there. Alright, so he has pocketed the 1, and the 2 is near the side there. I think he's on the wrong side of the 2. You can see his facial expression there. He's on the wrong side of the 2. He needed to be on the other side so he could navigate easily towards the 3 that is on the bottom. So here we can see he's, I guess some sort of safety is going to be played here. Not too bad. Was trying to wedge the cue ball up near to the 6, but I've hidden him away from the 2 ball, so it's still a good safety because there's no makeable shot here. But let's see, he needs to, I think I've taken away the 1 rail kick from the nearest side rail. So he's going to need to go into the rear with some spin. This is a tough shot. Is he going in front of the 4? Yes, he is. Oh my God, what a kick shot. That's nice. That's an aggressive. I thought that he was actually trying to play a contact on the 2 to play a safety, but he actually went for the, if I remember correctly, while we were in the match, he said to me that he knew that he was going to make the shot, but he also knew that he was going to end up in that position. And there's something that for you to learn from this, guys, is that if you're going to try to make a kick shot, it's all well and good if the shot is made, but there's nothing that you can gain from making a really good shot and getting a bad position. Because like this position that Mr. SWABY is in at the moment, it's a good shot on the 2. I applaud him. He applauds himself. But the position is bad, because now he's going to need to do something, some Hail Mary shot, a jump or a kick or something of that sort. There you can see it's somewhat of a wild kick. It got nowhere near to the 3. He was trying to avoid the 4. There was a lot of things here. He got himself into a really bad position. I don't think that he should have actually attempted to make the 2. He should have just attempted to try to make contact with the 2 and hopefully not make the shot. Because remember that 10 ball is a call pocket game. So even if he didn't call the 2 and he left the ball there, I can give him back the position. But mistakes do happen, guys, and it's just how we learn from it, how we grow and learn from it here. Alright, so from the 3, nicely onto the 4. I needed to be a little bit more onto the side rail, but I came out a bit too much, so now I'm going to have to apply some sort of spin. I need to go 1, 2 rails into the 9 to get position onto the 5, because that 5 is blocked. So 1, 2, not bad, but I missed the 4. Alright, the position wasn't too bad, because now I would have actually been able to see the 5 and to do some sort of safety, if not makeable. But I missed the 4. And like I said, these pockets are tight, so if it's not dead center, especially if you're playing with spin, you're going to be jammed in the pocket on many occasions. So let's see here, SD has a nice shot onto the 4, but he's looking at coming back and playing the 5 into the side, because that 5 has no makeable pocket except the 5 into the side. So let's see what he does here. The ball is nearest to the jaw, so I think he's going to cut that ball on the left side and try to come back over into there, making contact with the 5. Good attempt to play position, but he got unfortunate, making contact with the 5. So now he's tied up the 5 with the 9. He will need to play some sort of safety here. I don't see an attacking shot here. So you can see that he's looking to bring the cue ball behind the 10. There you can see. And he's trying to use the 9 to hold the 5. Right, so he's just going to stun draw the 5 into the 9, using the 9 as a stopper, banking the 9 out and bringing the cue ball over to where the 10 is. But there you can see he didn't put enough draw on it. He didn't leave me with a makeable shot, like an easy makeable shot, but he has left me here with a bank shot. Alright, he has left me here with a bank shot. So let's see here. I have a bank in the side available. The position on the 6 is not too bad, so I have to weigh my advantages here. Is the bank available? Is the bank good enough? So it seems as if I'm going down, I'm attacking the bank shot here. Or am I? Don't think so. Think I'm trying to play safety behind the 6. Oh, I'm chopping this ball down the rail. Interesting shot attempt. See, my confidence is rising. I must tell you guys that a lot of these shots that you see here are shots that I actually went back into practice and actually improved. Because some of these shots you have to be very brave. And you have to know when to take the risk of making these shots. So that shot was not a tough shot. I just actually missed there, and their ST there is making quite a bit of unforced error. I'm sure that if he watches this or watches the match, he will realize that he has quite a few things to fine-tune before he enters another major event. Alright, this table is a really good table to train on and to practice on, because the position, the pockets are tough. Alright, but here we go. 1, 2, 3 rails coming around. Wanted to, ooh, not a bad nudge at all. Alright, there we have a friend, Shane, waving to the camera. Alright, another strong A+, another strong A player, not A+, but an A player. I think that we had a match on my channel once, so you should be familiar with him. And we're going to be having a lot more matches coming up in the near future, guys. So still stay tuned for great matchups between Apex ELGENIO and Jamaican rivals. I think I'm going for the bank here, because the bank offers position and it also offers a safety element. So banking the 6, if I bank it short, I can leave it on the end rail and still play position for the 7. That's a very good shot, right? Because that was actually the intent. Sometimes you have to know when to bank a ball onto the pro side. A lot of these terminologies and concepts I'll be explaining in the near future of when to take certain bank shots. So just be patient with me, guys. Lots of content are coming out soon. Just enjoy these matches that are coming up. Alright, so a good attempt by ST here. I was trying to get in behind either the 10 or the 8 and leaving the 6 ball on the side. So this is still a very good shot here. Alright, so he's containing. These are what we call containing safety, guys. So here's the plan now. The plan here is to go 1, 2, maybe 3 rails behind the 10. So that's the aim here. And let's see if we can execute this. Excellent safety. 1, 2 rails. Lovely shot. What a beautiful safety. Now that's a safety with class. That's exactly the intent, and that's exactly the outcome. Leaving that cue ball near to the 10 to avoid an easy jump. So you can see he was considering the jump shot, but he recognizes that the cue ball is a bit too close to the 10. So now he has to go for a kick. And the kick is a lot tougher. Especially on this table, the kick is a lot tougher than the jump. Had that cue ball been little, maybe like a half a ball more to the rail, then I think that he would have gone for the jump. So there you can see he's lining up somewhat of a 1 rail kick. I'm not sure if he's trying to kick off the side rail or kick off the end rail. So he's doing some measuring here. He's making some angle calculations here. Using diamond referencing. A couple of these systems that he uses, I definitely showed him quite a few of these systems. So he's applying what he has learned in practice. Let's see here. Alright, so a good safety basically caused me to get a ball in hand from ST. So a lot of the times, guys, that run out games are really nice, but playing a really good safety is also really good. Really good, guys. Alright, so somewhat of a really nice open table here. Position the 7 to the 8 is not too bad. Just a simple draw shot or a slight power draw shot here. Nicely done. I needed to get a little bit closer to the 8 though. I'm not sure if I like the position. If I had drawn this cue ball down to the end rail, it would have been an easy transition to the 9, but it's fairly good still. Looks like we're touching the 10, but we're not. Alright, so I was actually trying to come 2 rails into the 9. Not sure of the angle that I actually had. Maybe some of you guys may be wondering, why didn't you not come up 1 rail? But remember that the angle that I have on that ball may have prevented me from playing a 1 rail. Had I seen that 1 rail, that's the first option. But here, let's see. Score is now 2-1 here. Nice power shot into the 9, but overpowering the cue ball a bit too much. Alright, so there is another positional play error. Was a bit too confident onto that 9 and needed a less speed to pocket that ball. So had I just cushioned that ball, that would have been really nice for the 10. Alright, but now I've left myself with a tough bank. Banking the ball, almost got in. Alright, it's a tough, I mean, everything on this table is tough. Right? I'm telling you, and if you're watching and you think it's easy, set up a challenge match with me and come play on this table, and I can tell you that if you're not in stroke and you're not playing well, this table will give you a fight. Anyways, ST is on the 10. Should be a makeable shot, but that's a awful miss and still leaving me a tough shot. Remember that this table is big. It's a 9-foot table, tight pockets. Ball touches the rail, it will miss upon entry. So it has to go in clean. Tough here, overcutting slightly and leaving ST with somewhat of a similar shot, but this time he's left with a bank. Alright, it's quite clear that he's just going to go for the bank shot because we're both on the 10. So right now it's all about who first can make this 10 ball. And so far we have missed 3 shots on the 10 and the ball is not in a pocketable position. He called the shot in the side. He actually banked that ball way down to the corner. Verify for me, Mr. SWABY, if it is that you actually wanted to play that shot down into the corner. And again, this is an easy shot, right? Because the 10 ball is out into the open. I really should make the shot. Alright. So I have to stay steady, stay still, don't take it for granted. Stay down on the shot and execute. Too much speed, too much power, too much of everything. That's a really bad miss. That's the worst miss I've ever played in a long time. And I don't want the viewers to think that because this is a practice match, we're not taking it serious. We are. We have not been laughing or giggling or anything like that. This is just a match that we've played on several occasions. Wow, what a fire into the side pocket. ST is sick and tired of missing the 10. And he has just powered that 10 ball into the pocket. He's a bit disappointed, shaking his head because of the outcome. So he has missed that shot really bad a couple of times, but he has made up with a fine bank shot into the side to draw the scores level at 2 apiece. I do hope that you guys are enjoying the content so far. I hope that you guys watched the last video where Mr. Boyd Smith and I played a very entertaining and epic match. Lots of knowledge to also gain from there. As we continue to post and we continue to get the support of the viewers, we will continue to do more challenge matches. I have to advise you though that on August the 6th, there'll be a challenge match between Shane from Mandeville and Raymar Jarrett from Falmouth. And there's also going to be a challenge match between Apex ELGENIO, yours truly, and Dodell, otherwise known as Yard Charts from Falmouth. So it'll be a Falmouth versus Mandeville encounter on the channel August 6th. Do look out for that 10 ball race to 11. The pot prize is $20,000 per race. Alright, so look out for that, guys. Let's go back to the game. Nice little break off there. It's a dry break. It's a dry break there. And a little bit of cluster, not getting a decent spread. I mean, everything on this table is tough. Banking, kicking, jumping, pocketing balls. Everything is tough on this table. The breaking is even worse. Right, because of how much control and technique you need to do a very effective break. Nevertheless, missing the 1 ball there, ST is going for a safety. Good safety, good containing shot there. Where is the 10 ball? Okay, so the 10 ball is near the side rail, so there is no makeable 10. There's no makeable 110. So now I just need to just kick off the side rail here and just drop right into the top side of the 1, leaving the 1 onto the side rail here. Banking it out, not good. Needed a bit more softer speed on that and a better direction. I needed to hit on the left side of the 1 to keep the 1 near to the rail. So ST seems to be measuring up some sort of, is he trying to play? No, I don't think that he's trying to play a billiard. Okay, what he was actually trying to play. Okay, right. So that's a good shot. He was trying to get the 1 over to the side rail. And so now I'm just going to be kicking off 2 rails here. So that's a good safety by ST. Right, good containing safety. So it's just, what we're seeking here now, guys, is that we're seeking an opportunity for each player to make an error. So we're trying to play safe here. 1, 2 rails, kicking out, good attempt, very good safety. That shot is a really good shot. It's a shot that a lot of pro players in the overseas fraternity plays. Kicking that ball's 2 rail, calling it just in case. But I know that coming off the side rail, it should be heading to the end rail to leave him with a containing safety. So that's a really good shot there. ST doing the same thing here, cutting that 1 ball thinly. I don't think that he wanted to make that 1. I don't think that's what he was trying to do. And there you can see he didn't call the 1. So even though he made it, if this was 9 ball, he would have stayed at the table. But this is 10 ball and he didn't call the 1. So now he has left me with a shot on the 2. Now I have a decision here. I could take the shot, which I am, but I could actually give him at the shot if I don't like the position. But I think that I have a very good chance here of playing a 2 rail safety on him nicely. Come around here, running a bit too far, because now I've still left the 2 ball open. Good attempt at the safety. It's not full ball snooker because he can jump, he can come off the side rail. So let's see here. So it's containing him. He has a tough shot because to get from the 2 to the 3 is tough. But he can do something here. He fires that 2 ball in. And once again. Okay. So I thought he got saved. But he didn't. Right. He has left the 2 ball open. Alright. The score is 2-2, guys, as you can see on the screen. So just rolling this 2 ball up. Need to be aware of the angle on the 3, because the 4 is that the 4 that's tied up with the 5? Yes, that is. So the 4 ball is near the 5 here. So I think I may need to play position for a safety here. I don't see how I can get from the 3 to the 4. I'm aiming down on the ball, so evidently I must be drawing. Okay. Punching that a bit too hard, and the pocket rejected the power of that stroke. I think, have I gotten saved? ST is going for the jump cue. Jumping, this table plays, the rails are a bit low. So if you jump it with too much power, it will hop off the table. You have to jump it with a lot of control. Alright. So ST seems to be going for a jump on the 3 here. The position on the 4 is not clean, so more than likely he's going to be hoping for a fairly good outcome. So let's see what happens here for this outcome. Jump the 3, but nothing on the 4. That's a ball in hand. Seemed like he made some sort of contact with the 4 again. He made a mistake earlier like that. He's on 1 foul. So right now I'm just looking to lock him up behind the 5 to force him to commit a second foul. Right, so I played that shot a bit too hard. Here you can see I'm very disappointed in my attempt. Right, all of these shots, notes were taken, guys. And I went to the practice table, just to let you know that I went to the practice table and I was working on a few of these shots that I had missed, a few of these safeties. So even though you're seeing these mistakes, guys, I took the necessary approach to try to improve. Wow, again. Wow, again, that's 2 fouls. That foul should not have been committed because oh my lord, ST is on 2 foul. I didn't expect him to foul or scratch because I was saying to myself, okay, so I messed up. I didn't hide him behind the 5. The whole idea was to get him to go on 2 fouls, but that's not the way how I wanted to do it. So he has pocketed the 4 and scratched the cue ball. So now I have to look for a hiding spot here. And please bear in mind, guys, that the rules about the 3 foul rule that I am aware of and that I am using in this match is once you pocket a ball whilst the opponent is on 2 fouls, then you have automatically cancelled the foul. But new information has reached me and I'm now very much aware of what the actual rules are, right? Anyways, I don't have a proper hiding spot. I'm actually trying to, I think what I'm trying to do here is to bank the 5 2 rails and bring the cue ball to wedge up between the 9 and the 8. That's the attempt. That's the best hiding spot that I have here. So I'm trying to play safe and I'm trying to get distance to force him to do a kick. So I can have him on 3 fouls. So he's on 2 fouls now. Coming nicely up. Didn't get the right speed. And I've left him with an easy jump escape here. Needed it to wedge up behind the 9 and the 8. If that cue ball went there, then surely I would have gotten him on a 3 foul. I've caught him a few times on 3 fouls. Quite a few times. So this is not going to be the first, but let's see how he goes about this. The jump is easier considering the position that he's in. I think that he should actually jump rather than kick. All right, so his objective here is to just try to get out of the safety. He's looking at the angle for the kick coming off 1 rails. Is he going to go for the kick or the jump? I don't know. Let's see. So he's going for the 1 rail kick, and it's a fairly easy kick shot onto the 5. So there you can see, wow, he actually called the 5. He actually called the 5. There you can see I have a smile on my face. If that had been me, that would have been a fine shot. That would have definitely been on the highlight reel. There we go. Having a little style here. Now I've changed my mind. I'm just going to play with my regular hand. Just cutting this 5 ball in. Good kick shot. Coming around nicely for the 6. Wanted to come into the line on the 6. That's pretty good. That's pretty okay. Alright, so just need to make this 6 and come forward. Just stun follow a little bit. Horse. Nicely there. Good shot. Have a nice angle on the 7. Alright, so that's finding the potting angle at the moment. Not sure if the 8 passes the 9 to the same pocket as the 7. But based on the position that Apex landed. Alright, so that's a nice position from the 7 to the 8. Nicely done. Just a little bit of stun draw here. Back out for the 9 into the same pocket. Okay, I was actually trying to nudge. That was a really bad miss. Took the shot for granted, took my eyes off the ball. I think that the right shot would have been actually just to stun draw past the 9, shoot the 9 into the same pocket, but I was trying to just stun the cue ball with a little bit of angle, cheating the pocket, bumping the 9 towards the opposing side pocket, but an unfortunate miss there. Score is 2-2. And Mr. Sinclair SWABY has a nice little cut onto the 8 here. Tough cut, tough miss, bad miss. And a scratch. Alright, that's a scratch. Alright, so really bad miss there. Bringing that cue ball one rail, maybe two, for a shot. Let's pocket in this 9 now cleanly to take a 3-2 lead in this race to 7. Coming down nicely there. Alright. Every rock has something to teach us, guys. There's always something to learn from every rock. Why was a shot missed? What angle was best for the kick? Why did we jump? Why did we not jump? Everything is there for us to learn, and that's why I upload these matches. One of the days I'm going to upload a match that is flawless and is pretty good, but at the level at which we are at, you're not going to find a lot of matches like this being posted on YouTube. But I'll be going around the island challenging a lot of players and having you see their potential. Alright, so this is just one of many players that you're going to be seeing on this channel quite a lot. And there'll be a lot of rematches, because every time that either I lost a match or the opponent lost a match, there's always going to be a rematch. Should be coming up sometime this week to next week between me and Smudge. So look out for that. I'll make an announcement very soon, or in the next video. Alright, so the score is now 3 to Apex ELGENIO and 2 to St. Clair SWABY. Let's see Apex ELGENIO's break off. It's not been a bad break off so far though. Lots of body movement. You can see there, you can see a lot of body action. First successful break. Seems as if the 9 ball flew into the side pocket. Nice spread. So this is a very good break. Let's see how we run the patterns here. Cutting the 1 that's coming off side, really coming up to the middle of the table. The 3 is also out into the open, so the position from the 2 to the 3 is not going to be very difficult. Nice shot onto the 1, coming up nicely into the center of the table there. Not sure if the 2 passes, but a 2-7 might be available. Okay, so it seems as if I'm playing the 2-7. Good shot, good position, good control. Nice angle on the 2. So just nice angle here, just stunning across for the 3. The 4 is also near to the 3. So that should not be very, very difficult. So let's see if we meet that shot. Overcutting that ball, having too much body language, body English into the shot. So that's definitely something to take note of. Alright, that shot was an easy shot to be made, but with the body movement, it therefore causes me to overcut the ball here. ST will need to either go for the cut or play some sort of safety, and the safety is what he tried to play. This young man was actually trying to leave me behind the 3, and what a fine safety shot. If that was his intent, that's a beautiful safety, because that 2 ball escaped. I'm sure that he did not want that 2 ball to escape, because had he not gotten behind the 3, he'd have left with an open shot onto the 2. So it's a really good outcome for him, really good save if that was the intent. So very well done, Mr. SWABY. Alright, he's down by 1 rock, but that's not a lot of rock at this level. Alright, even if you're down 4 or 5 rocks, that's still not a lot of rock at this level. Lots of players here are able to break and run out a couple of games and get back into the match. Very good shallow rail kick by Apex ELGENIO here, escaping that really, really good safety. Here you can see Mr. SWABY smiling. Alright, a lot of the kick shots that you see him executing, may have contributed towards the knowledge that he has. Alright, because I do a lot of kick shot practice, because my favorite games are 9 ball and 10 ball, so that's mostly what I play. So escaping that lovely safety by ST, but I've left him with a shot from the 2 to the 3. So he's just measuring up the angle. to get from the 3 to the 4. The angle that he wanted, I guess he wanted to slide. He wanted that cube. There you can see he's gotten a bad angle, because now he's either forced to draw with power or follow 2 rails. So he wanted the cube out to be a little bit lower on the 3. So he's drawing with power, and he didn't have the right amount of speed or spin to get back up for the 4. So he's now gonna have to duck. He's gonna have to play some sort of safety. Or is he going for an attacking shot? He's aiming down on the cue ball. So if he's playing with draw, what is he trying to do here? He's playing with power. I'm sure he didn't call that bank combination there, because that's his almost. I'm not sure what he was trying to do there, but he seemed as if he was going all out. Seemed as if he was going for a 1 bank or something. I'm not sure there, but he has left a shot here, which is the 4, the 6, the 8, and the 10. Let's see if I can wrap this rack up. 4 ball into the, and an unfortunate miss. Wow, that is an unexpected miss. Right, didn't need to use that much spin, but ST has an opportunity here to get back onto the table. Just drawing this ball out slightly. Be careful not to overdraw, Mr. SWABY. That direction, the direction on that ball was not good at all. Alright, so yeah, that's somewhat of a straight-in shot, so I think he kind of mishit the ball. There we have a young C-class player just walking in for practice, Aliel. Hopefully in the future you guys will be able to see him on the channel. But for now, he's going to be behind closed doors working on his game. So not a very good positional shot from the 6 to the 8. Let's see what ST can come up with here. Wow, fire into the pocket. What a stroke, what a stroke, what a stroke Mr. SWABY has laid there on that ball. Alright, what a stroke. Score is now 3-2. Power that ball in even with the bad position. But let us see if he can just wrap this rack up by making the 10. He's lining up the shot. Let's see if he can just wrap this rack up. That's a very good shot under the 8, under the conditions that he's under. Alright, so he has fired another ball in again. Lots of power, Mr. SWABY. Holding his chest. Too much power, Mr. SWABY. Too much power. You fired that 8 ball in. You should have toned down on the power, sir. Tone down on the power. Missing that shot there. So I've called a 1 bank on the 10. The cut is a bit tough, but I'm thinking again to play that 1 bank on the pro side, but I bank it a bit too hard, and again I got fortunate, leaving him with a long tough 10. Long tough thin cut on the 10. Let's see if Mr. SWABY will go ahead and, what is he going for here? Seems like he's going for the cut. It's 3-2. He's trying to cut the ball thin. And he missed, and he's left me with an easy shot onto the 10. Alright, so now leading Mr. SWABY 4 racks to 2. Let's take a break from the commentary box here. We're just having a bit of discussion about how unfortunate he is. Just laughing about the mistakes. But we're sure that we are taking mental notes and we're going to be practicing those shots. Alright, let's take a break as the players are discussing and racking up from the commentary. Alright guys, so we are back, and the score is now 4 racks to Apex ELGENIO, 2 racks to Mr. C. Clear SWABY. It's a practice session, 10 ball race to 7. So far it's been a topsy-turvy match. It's a friendly rivalry, there is no stakes on it. But like I mentioned to you guys, that practice is serious. It's whatever we do in practice is whatever we usually go into the game and do. So we don't try to do anything fancy. We try to keep it simple and execute as best as we can. Whatever mistakes we make, we take a note and we go back to the drawing board and we do better. So score is now 4-2, leading by Apex ELGENIO. Let's see his break off. It was a nice break off earlier, missing a couple of elementary shots, but let's see this break off here. Nice little control, nice spread. All right, lots of body movement again. I think I'm gonna have to work on that break. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Was there a ball deposited? I'm not sure. Let's see here. ST is approaching the table, so evidently no ball was pocketed. He has a shot on the 1. The 2 should be able to go into the side, so he just needs to play this 1 and come up 1 rails. It's a come with a little bit of speed, but control speed. The shot is speed sensitive. Speed sensitive. Coming down, coming back out. Fine shot by Mr. Sinclair SWABY. The 2 ball. Is that the 2 ball? I'm not sure. I am not sure if that's the 2. I believe that's the 2. Right, so he's there. Right, so that's a very good shot from the 1 to the 2. He has the 2 in the side. So he's just looking at the angle to get onto the 3. Seems as if he's going down rail. Maybe 1, 2 cushions coming back into the line of the 3. I guess that's the aim. Okay, so he's just rolling softly. And by rolling softly, apparently he wanted to get into that area, but I didn't see him playing an actual shot to get into that area. He actually rolled the ball and he missed. So not sure what happened there. All right. Okay, mistakenly took up my break cue instead of my playing cue. So now I just need to play this 2 here. Will I come out? I think I'm just gonna go 1 rail and just come out nicely for the 2, from the 2 to the 3. The angle from the 2 to the 3, the angle from the 3 is nice to get onto the 4. I can play position for the 4 in the side. I can play position for the 4 in the same corner pocket. So let's see what happens here. It seems as if I'm using some outside spin coming around nicely. Oh, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Overroll that shot a little bit, too much speed, too much spin on that shot, but nevertheless I still have a makeable shot onto the 4. Now it's the position from the 4 to the 5 that's going to be key. I'm going to need to power up this shot. All right, it's a tough shot, so I'm risking the shot for position. Lovely cut shot, nicely done, but again not a lot of control. Right, because I didn't actually select an area to play position for. I actually just went down and powered that 4 in, hoping to get into a favorable position. Nevertheless, let's see. I have a nice shot onto the 5 here for a bank, cross side bank. Bang! 5 into the side, coming around nicely. Ooh, got nicely. Very good shot onto the 5, very aggressive. Right, not allowing the table to scare me, because sometimes, guys, you allow a tough table to drive fear into you, and sometimes you cannot do that. So you have to just, yeah, I'm just letting him know that I'm here to play. Yeah, he played a really nice bank shot on the 10 on me, so I'm like, oh, so didn't you not expect to get back another great shot? So I'm just letting him know right there, guys. That's why I'm talking to him and smiling there. I think I'm gonna let you hear the audio. Yeah, I'm gonna let you hear the audio. All right, so now nice shot onto the 4, nice shot on the 5. I have a thin cut onto the 6. If I can make this 6, I should be able to get fairly good position onto the 7. Nice touch, nice bounce, a favorable bounce here. All right, so now need to settle down now and to make this 7. These shots, even though straight in looks really easy, but can sometimes mess you up if you're not very careful when you're playing these shots here. So that's a stop shot here would be nice. Down, ooh, rattled in the pocket. That was such a good attempt at a run out after mistake by Mr. SWABY. But there you can see not enough attention is being placed on each shot. And like I said, guys, it may look to you that we're taking the practice for a joke, but it's not. It's actually, I wouldn't post it if it was a joke. It's a serious stuff. This is letting us know a lot of information about our game. Alright, so a missed shot there. Very unfortunate miss. You should not miss a shot at this level. Alright, that was an easy 7 to the 8, 8 to the 9. Mr. SWABY has now rolled up, pocket the 7, playing nice position from the 7 to the 8, has the 8 into the side. He's on the wrong side of the 8, so he's now going to have to be forced to play some sort of big positional shot again, missing. So you see, guys, what bad positional play can do for you. It's just forcing you to do a lot of the stuff that you ought not to do or you don't have to do. So there you can see again another unforced error that is due to bad positional play. Alright, nevertheless, we must continue. The score is 4-2. Looking to play 3 rails, pocketing this 8 and looking to go 3 rails back around for the 9. That's the aim here. But that's a severe overcut. That's a really nasty overcut. And once again, I've ended up into a fortuitous position. Alright, leaving ST with no shot except for a bank. And that was a really bad shot on the 8, because I can see now I'm going to have to work on that shot, because there you can see that was a severe overcut by a diamond and a diamond and a quarter. So definitely with the speed, we're going to have to try to figure out what went wrong on that shot. When we're working on that, I'm going to try to make a video on some of the shots that I missed. I'm going to try to make a video on these shots that I have missed, set them up and try to do them again, and then try to do some sort of multiple positional routes from these missed shots. Alright, so from our video we can get other video ideas, which is what I just came up with. So do look out for that video on alternative shot options, right, from past experiences. ST seems to be lining up for a bank, or is it a safety? Alright, so it seems as if he's trying to line up for a bank. That's horrible. Absolutely horrible. That ball got nowhere near to the corner pocket. It didn't even threaten the pocket. Alright, so he has left me here with somewhat of a straight in 8 near off straight. To get position on the 9, I'm going to need to use top spin with a bit of left spin. I'm going to have to play this ball hard, so this could cause me to miss, because I am trying to play position from a tough shot. And here you can see with the speed and trying to play position, I got the position, but I missed the shot. And those are the things that we need to work on. Leaving ST again in another unfavorable position. The bank is not ideal, but he's going for it regardless. Banging the balls around, coming around, nothing there for ST. Hope that he's not getting a bit frustrated, because he's missed quite a few balls. He's played quite a few bad positions. And remember that this is the game where he played the position from the 7 to the 8, left himself on the wrong side of the 8. So that's still the same game. And so he could be feeling a bit fatigued at the moment. But I have a shot on the 8 here. Nicely stroked, but again missed, leaving a shot close to the pocket. SC down quickly. 8 to the 9. He needs to make sure that he has a proper angle on the 9 to get back onto the 10. I don't like it. It's straight in. Don't think that he took enough time on that shot to measure up the angle. If he needed to be a little bit higher on the 9, so it's easy transition to the 10. And there you can see a lot of care was not placed in the position on the angle on the 9. So again, when you don't pay attention to, when you take certain shots for granted, you see it took it didn't take long for him to decide what he wanted to do. And that's the difference between great players and good players. Great players pay attention to details. Good players just play according to feel. And at the top echelon level, in the other overseas country, mistakes like these will cost you 6, 7, maybe 8, 9, 10 racks. At this level, it may cost you a couple of racks, but you're still able to catch back. And this is why I've made a commitment to take all my practice sessions extremely serious, right? Whether it is being videoed or not. Nevertheless, still, again, another uncharacteristic miss. Just to play position from the 10. We're playing a little bit too loose here, so we're going to need to settle down. ST has the 9 and playing out from the 9 to the 10 to reduce the deficit of the score from 4-2 to 4-3. Alright, so lots of carelessness in that match, lots of carelessness in that game, lots of things to take note of, lots of shots to go back to the table and practice. I'm sure that you guys, the viewers, you have also watched this. You have also seen shots that you would have missed, or maybe shots that you would not have missed, and it's just very important that you guys make a note of all these things that you see happening here, and hopefully it does not happen to you in the near future. Alright, so the score is now 4-3, and SD Mr. Sinclair SWABY to break. Alright, so SD is down. Last time we saw him was when the score was 2-2. Again, you can see he's the type of player that likes to play a control break. He doesn't like to put a lot of power into the cue ball or the rack. He just needs the ball to spread nicely. But I believe that he is fully focused on trying to control the white, control the cue ball. So there you can see, trying to play position from the 1 to the 2. 2 is behind the 6, I believe. It's a very acute, a very tiny area for position. So missed that shot there. ST is just going to make contact with the 1. He didn't attempt to play a safety there, not sure why. I think I'm saying to him here that he's getting a little bit careless. Let me see if you can hear the audio. Okay. Alright, so good attempt here. I was trying to get behind the 9. That was a good attempt. One of the things that is that a lot of amateur players don't do is that they don't gauge themselves. They don't gauge themselves. If they try to play a safety and it doesn't work out in their favor, they may beat up on themselves, and this is not the way to improve. The way to improve is to applaud yourself for the attempt, for getting close, and then go back to the table and try to set up similar shots or the same shot and try to get better at getting the ball into the area that you like. So we can't beat up on ourselves. You have to try to be grateful for even attempting to make certain shots or certain safety play, because this game requires a lot of knowledge. Alright, trying to play a safety in the crowd of balls, in the cluster of balls there. ST accidentally sneaked out the one. Down with my left hand, making contact with the one. I think I'm also practicing to use my left hand, because a lot of shots, guys, are more effective with left hand than right hand. So you can see that I've been trying to play a few shots with my left hand during this game. That's a very good safety there. Banking 2, leaving it behind the cluster. Not sure if he's able to see a piece of the 2 between the 7 and the 10. But we have the jump instrument, so he could actually make this jump and fortuitously get position on the 3. The 3 is on the rail. So let's see what the outcome of this jump is going to be. He's applying some chalk to the surface of the tip. So let's see if he can execute a shot and get position from the 2 to the 3. Mr. Sinclair SWABY aiming up, lining up. Oh my God, that ball went in and came right back out. Unbelievable. His hand is on his head. He says he needs to see back that shot. Yeah, he needs to see back that shot, because that's unbelievable. That shot went in and out. I'm going to try to see if I can put up a replay, guys, while the match is being played. And there you can see. I too am spooked. I'm spooked by the fact that that shot missed. And just going down to shoot that shot and missing. And there's quite a bit of talking and exchange of words here, guys. So while the practice is being done, even though we're taking it serious, we're still exchanging conversations. If there was some sort of stake on the line, I don't think that I would be talking to him. But you can see that we're having some fun while we're practicing, and at the same time we're still taking it serious. But lots to learn, guys. Alright, so yeah, I've missed that 2 ball, unfortunately. He has played a 2 to the 3, not liking the position there from the 2 to the 3. But he seems as if he's going to be chopping this 3 straight down. That's what he's trying to do. Good attempt, but no luck. Alright, so from the 2 to the 3 is giving us some issues. We're missing some uncharacteristic shots, but I'm sure we're going to be improving. Again, missing the shot just because the 4 is in the pocket. We're missing an easy shots. So a lot of care, ladies and gentlemen, whenever you're playing. I know that most of you perhaps already know this. If you don't, ensure that each shot that you play, whether it be easy or hard, you pay a lot of attention. Give it the respect, the time, the concentration it deserves. Because what seems to be very, very easy can be very embarrassing after you miss it. So just trying to play a safety here, just thinning the 3 ball, and trying to bring the 3 ball onto the end rail and bring in the white ball with distance. There you can see I wanted to just bring it all the way down. Left an open 3 ball shot here. He just needs to make this and try to get position. The 4 is in the pocket, so it should not be easy to play. Should not be very difficult to play position. Missing the 3 again. He missed the ball completely. That was actually a kick shot, but he was trying to cut it. You can see there is a little bit of dejection, a little bit of downward movement in the body language of Mr. Sinclair SWABY, but he has to stay positive regardless, because remember that this is practice. This is not an actual matchup. We're going to need to learn all of this all over again. Very good shot from the 3, coming 2 rails nicely out. 4 is in the pocket. Very good shot on the 3 there. Every shot that you play, guys, you need to ensure that you applaud yourself if it's a good shot, especially if it's a good safety or it's a good positional shot. So I think I just need to I'm not sure what happened there. Was that a ball in hand? I missed the shot completely. Or was it actually thinner? Because if this ball is lying on the rail and based on where I was, I'm not sure if it was a clear shot to make the 4. But I missed the shot clearly. Or was I trying to play a safety? I think I was trying to play a safety. Yes, I actually was trying to play a safety because the 4 was not makeable, even though it looked like it was makeable. Anyways, ST pocketed the 4 instead. Don't think he has gotten a good position onto the 5, so we're going to need to work on our position play a little bit here. SC seems to be going for a bank. Good attempt. Almost fluking the 5. Had he fluked the 5, I'm certain that I would have given him back that shot because I'm not able to see the 6. So now I'm looking to kick this 5 ball down there, sticking the cue ball right there where the 5 is to hold position for the 6. I could jump the 5, but the position from the 5 to the 6 with a jump shot is not ideal, so I think a kick is a lot better. Kick that ball a bit too full. Needed to have thinner contact to even have a chance to pocket it. Sold out the game. The table is now fully opened. If ST can settle down here and just play a couple of good shots, good positions, easy positions, he should set himself up for a 6 ball run out. But let's see here. We haven't had this much drama in a game before in a long time. Lots of missed shots here. So lots of things to work on. Nice shot from the 5 to the 6. Lovely positional shot there by Mr. SWABY. He just needs to be a little bit careful. He needs to fall on the right side of the 7 to navigate himself for the 8 onto the... I am not so sure that that's the best shot. He's on the wrong side of the 7. Oh my lord. That's a very, very bad positional shot. I'm not sure what he was doing there. Because he needed to stay near to that area to navigate the cue ball. I'm not sure if he looked or even looked at the 8. But let's see what he's planning here to do. It's a nasty positional shot though. That was not very good. He's trying to force the cue ball now. He fired the 7 ball in, trying to go down rails and come up. And now he has fallen out of line completely. He fell out of line from the 6 to the 7, but now he's out of position. So now he has to try to play some sort of safety or some sort of difficult aggressive bank shot. Seems to be going for a shot regardless of what happens. I'm not sure if he's trying to play a safety. He's going for it. He's actually trying to bank. And this is another thing that I'd love you guys to realize, that as amateur players, and we are all amateurs, I am an amateur, I'm just a professional amateur, we do a lot of the things that the pros don't do. And this is why we are on this quest to learn this game. We're on a quest to learn this game. Very good cut shot. Beautiful cut on that 8. Nicely done. Now to just make this 9. I'm going to get back to that point in a moment about amateur players, guys. Nice shot onto the 9. I think I overstroked the ball here. But I still have, this shot is a shot that I play in practice all the time. So you can see I'm getting down because I know what the putting angle is already. It's a 45-degree cut shot into the side and the corner. I believe I went for the side. 1 rails, 2 rails coming right around nicely. Alright, so that was a shot that I got down and practice a lot. I know that shot very, very well. Alright, so that's a good shot there. Score is now 5-3. Just jumping back to the point, guys, about being an amateur player. As an amateur player, once you recognize that you're at a certain level and you decide that you want to learn this game and take it to another level, you're going to need to practice a lot. You're going to have to read a lot. you're going to have to try to know information. First, you're going to have to get the theory, then I put the theory into practice. You're going to have to put in a couple of hours on the table. And when I say put in a couple of hours of practice, I don't mean breaking and running or breaking and trying to run like what you see we're doing here. This is after months of practice session that we decide to do this. As amateurs, you're going to need to work on your game objectively. I'm going to get back to that in a moment. Let's look at this break shot here. Nice spread, nice break, fairly good control onto the white. No balls was pocketed. The score is 5-3. SD wanted to tie up the match there, but he made a mess. Made a really, really bad mess. Don't think he made all the right decisions, right? But I'm sure he too will agree whilst he's watching that he could have made some better options. Think he's getting a bit careless now, just getting a bit dejected. He's not. Yeah, there you can see he's explaining to me what he was trying to do. But these shots look a little bit wild. They don't seem to be. You have to stay. You have to try to hold out as much as possible, because as a pool player, you go through moments where the game becomes stagnant. The game becomes to a point where you're feeling mentally tired. You have to stick it out, because you have to wait for that moment of glory to come to you here. Nice positional shot. Very good. Excellent. What a beautiful shot to get back onto the 4. To get back onto the 2, I'm sorry. The only place that 2 ball could have gone is in the side or in the corner. And I played into an area that is absolutely impossible. You'd have to get ball in hand there. Nevertheless, I'm still on the wrong side of the 2. I got a shot on the 2, but I'm still on the wrong side of the 2. So I have to play for a long thin cut, a long thin shot on the 3. Didn't have much choices to make there. I have to take a long tough cut. So also that's another thing that you guys need to learn, that sometimes playing for a tougher shot is far easier than playing for a perfect position. So right now it's really tough to get back onto this 4. I'm looking to see what area, what's the best area, the best zone. I'm thinking to go 2 rails if I have enough of the 3. I think I'm aiming with a bit of top left here. So if I can cut this 3 and go 2 rails and come out, I should be able. Oh, I was actually trying to play the Chris Smelling 4 rail shot. That's why I played that ball so hard. Sometimes you have to get a bit ambitious, you know, try stuff. That's how you become great. So, missing that 3 ball there. I wasn't able to see enough of the 3. Hence why I went for that 4 rail shot. Alright, so ST, what happened there? Not able to see. Apparently he has missed the shot. So he has missed the shot on the 3, and he has snookered me. Just looking to make a 1 rail contact onto the 3 here. Alright, it's a shallow rail kick system. It's all out there on the internet, so if you guys are interested in learning how to kick off the side rail. Not able to see enough of the angle. See, I'm looking to see if I can get enough of the angle. Okay, so I'm looking to go 2 rails. Yes, I'm looking to go 2 rails. I'm actually calling the 3 there. So I'm looking to go 2 rails into the 3. I wasn't able to see enough of the angle from the side rail there. Good attempt. Good attempt. Alright, I've made these shots multiple times in practice, so even though it may not be the most professional choice, I have to play within my knowledge. Alright, and all I'm going to do is just to look at the game again and to see what the best option could have been, and that's how I'm going to improve my game. ST was trying to play a safety here, and I'm not sure what kind of safety. I think he was trying to get behind the cluster, but for some reason that ball went 2 reels and went right into the drink. So that's He's trying to figure out why the ball came off like that, but I'm not sure how you play a safety of that magnitude and still scratch. So he's on 1 foul, and I'm seeing an opportunity here to get him into 2 fouls. So I'm just trying to wedge the ball up onto the 8. Good safety to extract another foul. So he's just gonna kick off 1 rails here to try to get into the 3. I think he should be able to make contact. This is not a tough kick. This is an easy kick shot. And an easy kick shot made very difficult. That is 2 fouls. Now, this is my second time in this game that I've gotten ST, Mr. SWABY, on 2 fouls. So now I need to try to do the same shot. I'm trying to wedge this cue ball up with the 4 and bringing that 3 ball all the way down to the end rail. If I can get this cue ball wedged up to the 4, that would be nice. Ooh, and I made the 4 the 3 by accident. We're having a laugh about it because now I didn't call the 3, so that's automatically called a fluke. So the opponent have the option to take the table as it is or return it to me. And evidently, because he's on 2 fouls, he's going to just try to make a very simple contact with the 4 to avoid being fouled out. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure if that was a push shot or whatever. I'm not sure if that was a push shot. That looked like pushed, but in real time it didn't look like a ball in hand. So for those who are considering if that was a ball in hand, well, it isn't. Anyways, we are back. He's just looking at the camera there and smiling. Very lucky young man to avoid the 3 foul twice in 1 match. Missing an uncharacteristic shot again. Too many of these, Mr. Apex. You're going to need to fine tune all of those stuff if you're going to challenge the champions of Jamaica. Missing those kind of shots are unforgivable. Remember that you're an A player playing with a B player. So a lot of things that you should be punished for that you're not being punished for may not necessarily be the case when you're playing with a stronger opponent. So both players have a lot of things to work on. But it was very important that we all got an opportunity here to rewatch this match. Alright? There's a lot of talking and, that kind of stuff going on while the match is being played. But like I said, guys, this is a practice match. And even though it's practice, we still talk to each other. We still discuss. We still have a laugh. It's not that serious, but it's still serious. Alright, so again another miss, uncharacteristic miss. That's a severe overcut. So now I'm just gonna have to play for the 6, cutting the 6 down, going 1 rails, maybe 2, coming back out for the 7. Nice cut shot, coming off 2 rails, having a nice angle from the 7. Score is 5-3, I believe, yes. So the score says on the top. So now I just need to just get this. I don't have enough angle to get onto the right side of the 8, so I have to play for short side on the 8. This is not a really tough shot. It's a fair because I'm close to the 8, so it's not that tough. Should cut the 8 in nicely, come up nicely for the 9. Alright, it's a little tough, a little long, needed to be a bit closer to my work. But regardless of the misses that have been occurring in the game, most of these shots are repetitive because I've seen these in practice a lot. So just to stay steady, stay still, settle down, and try to stroke this ball in. Missing the shot. Applying too much of what's not needed. That shot missed by almost a diamond and a half. It had some inside spin, unwanted inside spin. but nevertheless. Alright guys, so ST is on the 9, has an opportunity here to reduce the deficit. I think the natural path here is to just meet the 9 and go maybe 1-2 reels, or if he's going aggressive you could go 3 reels with some spin. 1, 2, missing the shot again. Alright, so 5-3, an opportunity here to go on the hill for Apex Selenia. Playing the 9, that's way too hard. Way too hard. Absolutely way too hard. Too much aggression on that. And I'm not settled. So you can see I'm getting down too quickly. And that's a lot of things that I need to work on my shooting routine. And with that you can see clearly that I've missed an easy 10. So as from now on going forward guys, with me making these mistakes, I'm sure that these will not reoccur as much. But ST has seen the opportunity here to reduce the deficit. That 9 to the 10 needed more control. Better speed, better control would have given me an easy opportunity to pocket the 10 to take the hill. So the score now reads 5-4. Let's see what can be done for the remaining rocks. Let's take a break from the commentary as the players are racking up. Alright, we're back guys. So ST is trailing by 1 rocks. Score is 5-4. 10 ball raised to 7. Let's see what his break-off is like. Losing absolute control of the white. Still able to pocket a ball on the break. But he has created 2 sets of cluster here. There's a cluster with the 6, the 9 and the 10. That area there is really difficult, and there's a cluster with the 9 and the 8. So a couple of negotiations will need to be made here. Is he looking to play an early 1-10 combo? He seems to be going for a 1-10 combo. So he has called the 10. Not sure if this is the best shot. I think that he perhaps needed to play a safety here rather than going for a 1-10. A lot of amateurs do this. They take the shortest route to winning the game. So I don't think that that was the best shot. And I'm sure that Mr. St. Clair SWABY might agree that a safety would have been a better option here. Because now he has kind of opened up the table a little bit. And it has made it easier for the incoming player to do some work. So now just playing a safety here, using the 7 as a blocker. Not sure if I got him completely hooked. We'll know in a moment. So apparently he's looking at the kick, so he's full ball snookered. This should not be a very tough kick. He's left-handed, so should not be a very tough kick. Should make contact. He should make good contact. Not too bad, but not too bad is not too good, because now he has left a 1-8 combo. Alright, 1 is near to the pocket. Where is the 2? Where the next objective ball is the 3 ball. So I think that he just needs to go 2 reels here. Coming nice out, maybe 3, nicely done. Is that a 3-5 combo, or can the 3 go in cleanly? Yes, it can. And there you can see again, guys, this is something that you can realize that is happening. Whenever as a player you get down too fast to shoot a shot that you're too sure about, you tend to always not pay attention to the details such as the speed or the spin or the stroke, and then you miss what is an easy shot. Because this could have been an easy run out. But then again, you can see getting down too quickly and making big mistakes, and that could cost you really, really bad when you're playing against stronger opponents. And not sure what happened there. That is an unforgivable scratch. At this level, you can't have a ball in the pocket and make such a fundamental mistake. But nevertheless, still, it has happened, and we just need to just go on and learn from our mistakes. The 4, trying to drive the ball into the rail, but it's not ideal. It's a good option, but I think I didn't negotiate for the angle coming off the first rail. That's also a very good positional technique that you guys need to learn. Driving the cue ball to a rail to get out. Alright, still have a shot onto the 5. It's tough. It's tough, but I made it regardless. So alright, so I'm somewhat back in line. I'm on the 6. Still makeable. Just need to perhaps meet the 6 and go off 2 rails. So you can see I'm aiming with a bit of low right, a little bit of low right, maybe a bit of top right, maybe. So I tried to go around, I tried to meet the 6, and I tried to go around 2 rails for the 7. But again, quite a bit of shots are being missed in this match. The statistics are not looking so wonderful, but it's all a part of the growth process, because in the future, lots of matches that you will see, you would have seen more improved tactics based on these things that we have done. Very good shot on the 6 by Mr. SWABY. The position on the 7, he has a shot on the 7, but the position is not ideal. Again, long tough shots like these to play position is really difficult. And when you're playing with an opponent, whether it be strong or medium, can have problems playing position from these shots. This requires a nice finesse stroke. So let's see what Mr. SWABY does here. He tries to power it in with a bit of control, but then missing the 7, leaving an easy out. Earlier, ST made a mistake from the 8 to the 9, and from the 9 to the 10. He played bad position from the 8 to the 9, then missed the 9. So now you can see here. Right, okay, so what I'm actually seeing there in the camera is that I'm going to be doing something that I don't think may not necessarily be right. I could have just rolled the 7 and hold position for the 9, but I'm actually going to go 4 rails here for position. 1, 2, 3, coming around nicely, 4 into the line of the 9. That is beautiful. That's knowledge, that's key, that's excellent positional play. As a player coming up, you need to learn how to play multiple rail positions like these. Alright, so that was a fine shot. That should be on the highlight reel. I didn't have to, but I think that was the best option at the time. A bit of top right spin here, coming around 2 rails for the 10. Alright, and that's pretty good. Alright, so that 4 rail position that you saw earlier, ladies and gentlemen, is just one of the repertoire of skills that as a young player coming up, you need to learn how to do this. Earlier I missed a 10 and I got punished for it. This time notice that the aiming process for the 10 is a lot better. I didn't just get down and shoot. And with that little extra attention paid, you can see how that 10 was pocketed cleanly, coming off 2 rails, coming around to exit and to take a 6-3 lead. Alright? So that 4 rail position, as I said, guys, let me just discuss with you what could have happened there. I could have easily finned the 7, but I could have lost control of the white. And at the same time, I could have easily played position from the 7 to the 9 and taken high angle. So I could have done multiple things here, about 3 or 4 different things. But I felt that I could have just let my stroke out and go off a couple of rails and still get position. So that was pretty good. I hope you guys saw that and make a note. Alright, so the score is now 6-3, and I'm going to be breaking for the final time in this match. Alright, so let's see here. Again, the quality of the video, guys, will be improving as we go along. Most of these videos are being made with a cell phone device, and just bear with us as we get better and better. Alright, and thank you for subscribing. If you haven't already, please be sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button. What a beautiful break shot. What a nice, lovely spread. Nice, lovely spread here. And a ball was pocketed on the break. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A ball was pocketed on the break. Alright, so I'm trying to play a safe on the 1, but the cue ball is heading towards the 10. So I think I'm calling the 10 here. Look at that, very close, very creative shot, and still executing a safe on the 1. So most times you have to try to be as creative as possible when you're playing rotation pool. Just because the cue ball was heading in the direction of the 10, why I called the 10, but I was actually trying to play a safe on the 1. So now we have put the game into a frenzy here, because now it's going to be a fight to see who can land on the 2 to get an easy 210. The jump cue is out. Mr. SWABY is trying to hop over the 3 and somewhat trying to make that 2 ball. Can he do it? Let's see. Hop. Make contact with the 1. It's not landed nicely. Alright. It's a good contact. He got himself out of the safe. It's still a fight to see who can get on the 210 or the 310. Not sure if that's the 2 ball. Is that the 2 ball? Let me see here. Alright, so he's down on the 1. Pocket the 1 nicely. Nicely. So that is actually the 2. Needed a bit more time to play this billiard. This billiard is not as easy because I'm over the rail and I'm playing with tops. I played that shot a bit too hard and actually kind of solo up the match here. So ST needs to play position on the 3. If he lands in between the 3 and the 5, then the game may be over. Right? So he needs to land here. I'm thinking that maybe he needs to just kind of play 2 rails and come in. Don't try to get too close to the 3. Just try to get a shot on the 3 because the 10 is in the pocket. So let's see what he does here. With a lot of power, pocket that ball coming down. Scratching. Scratching. Very disappointed. I'm telling him that he perhaps needed to just come into the rail, using the rail to control. He's saying that he wanted to come into that line, that coming off that rail right there and just coming into the 3 right there. That's correct. Would have been more ideal to play a 310 because the 10 is in the line. So you can see now it's just an easy 310 combination for me to end this match. All right. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this I just punch off his fist here because it's easy, just having a laugh, and we have to have this kind of fun, guys. Thank you all for watching. If you've reached the end of this video, like, share and subscribe to the channel, and there's a lot more content out there that are coming. Alright, so Mr. Sinclair SWABY was defeated in practice 7-4. More matches to come. Thank you all for watching. Do take care until next time. SWABY ELGENIO signing out. Goodbye.